Hey, Ohana online, sound check. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Ashley. Sound check. Testing. Check, check, check. Hi. Good morning. Okay, yeah, you made it. Hi, Diane. Hi, Glenn. Hey, is that Dina? Yes. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Rad, babe. Hmm. Tell me, remind me your name. Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad you're here. I know. It's beautiful. Grab a book. Okay, I love that color. Oh, are you sad? Hi, Joan. I'm great. How are you? I'm gonna lock the door, babe. Do we have everybody? Great. Rad. Okay, welcome everyone. We'll get started seated on top of your block with your feet forward in front of you and knees bent. Your ankles could be crossed if you desire. And take an inhale breath and an open mouth exhale out. Let's do that again. Breathe in and full cleansing breath out. One more time, inhale. Full exhale out. Okay, cool. You can seal your lips gently and just start to feel into the body. Today we have a chakra flow. So we'll be looking at the energy centers of the body, providing an opportunity to find some balance and some harmony in all those spaces, and to really take a deep dive into just the way you're feeling in each moment. So that's the offering for class today. So here in this cross-legged position, start to shift a little bit on your block. You can shift side to side and forward and back. There's plenty of room, speckle dust. Feel free to come on in. And just a block today is great. So this first space that we're feeling into with hips to block, pelvis to block, is your root center. It's your root chakra. So this is the space of the basin of the pelvis. So you can feel here your sitting bones on the block. You can kind of feel those side to side. If you lean forward, you'll be moving towards the pubic bone at the front of the block. And if you would move backwards, you'd be feeling towards the tailbone. So that whole space of the bottom of the pelvis is your root. And this root, the element of this chakra, this energy center, is earth. And it's to provide total steadiness and stability. The color of this space is ruby red. So as you start to move and shift on the block, you can feel that color, you can see that color. Just get really grounded. Let's create some stillness. That's the quality of root chakra. Quality is stillness and earth energy. So imagine that you had roots growing from your hips all the way through the block, through the floor, through the earth, through the rock and strata, all the way anchoring you into center. And from that place of steadiness, allow your breath to become more resonant and more alive. So we'll keep this space of the body in mind and this quality of steadiness in mind and make our way into tabletop. You can place your block at the front of your mat. So steadiness. We're going to keep and maintain the spine in this shape, all right? So we're not coming into flexion or extension at all in the spine. We're keeping it really steady. We'll start with spine strengthening. Reach your right arm forward and your left leg back. So instead of letting the low back dip too much, stiffen your side bodies out, knit the front of your ribs in, and find neutral, a neutral pelvis, a neutral spinal column, and you're just stiffening around that. Okay, great. Notice if you've stopped breathing, that's concerning. Okay, without changing the shape of your spine, bring your right hand to your left thigh. So you're not gonna go super far, you're just gonna tap it and create a little traction there without letting your shoulder blades round. Re-extend, right arm forward, left leg back. As you exhale, right hand presses gently into left thigh. Good, Hannah. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap. Two more, inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Okay, plant both hands down, both knees down, little puppy pose. Carve the hips up. Walk your hands forward. If you have low back pain or low back sensitivity, you're going to stay lifted instead of taking the chest and ribs down to the floor. So you're thinking about your sacrum and your spine as one unit. Rather than creating a concave shape, you're here integrating, pushing down through your fingertips and lifting up through your hips. If you don't have low back pain or low back sensitivity, you can find a little bit more drop of the chest to the floor and feel shoulder flexion and stretch. Exactly. Wherever you are, ground into your steadiness energy. Your root of your body is fully exposed here. So come back into your presence, your awareness of that space. Allow it to broaden with a deep knowingness that the earth is here to hold you, to cup you, to nurture you, and to completely nourish you. Okay, tabletop. Spinal strengthening on the other side. So first, recreate neutral, neutral pelvis, neutral spine. This time, extend your left arm forward and your right leg back. Yeah, Megan. Beautiful, Nora, just like that. Okay, so through this steadiness, the front of your ribs, they knit and squeeze. Those little floating ribs at the front of your body, they hug tightly. Your side bodies actually brace out laterally. And all those little teeny tiny muscles called the multifidi that line the back of your spinal column, they're shortening and engaging so that the spine can get longer at the front as well. As you exhale, left hand taps your right thigh without changing the shape of your spine. Inhale, re-extend, right leg back, left arm forward. Exhale, hands or thigh. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Two more. Think about pulling the middle of your neck to the ceiling a little bit more. Exhale. Good, Ozzy. One more. Exhale. Just stay for a second, feel this, the spine not moving, complete deep core support. And take hands to floor. We'll take child's pose, knees wide this time. Your hips move back towards the heels. Same thing here, if you have low back pain, low back sensitivity, you can just tighten your finger pads and lift your chest a little bit, maintaining the shape of your sacrum and your low back the whole time. Let the palm of the earth completely wrap around you. The energy of root chakra is all about steadiness. The ruby red color, the element that you are held, you are safe, you are completely supported. Take a breath in and let it go. Downward facing dog, draw your toes under, extend your hips back. For low back pain or really tight hamstrings, bend your knees so much that it's easier for you to lift your hips up. Whether your knees are bending or lengthening, try to lift the space of the root up towards the ceiling. And now move the bulk of the thighs back. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Okay, everybody come down to your knees, bring your hands to your hips. From this position, knees to earth, hands to hips, you'll use your side body steadiness to step your right foot forward, coming into a grounded lunge. Exactly. Good, inhale, reach up. Airplane arms, take your chest forward, sweep your hands back. Just take some time here. So there's a little bit of a movement forward through the front right thigh, through the back left hip. And you're just opening up there a little bit. Crescent moon, sweep the palms up, option hands kiss. Half splits, hands to block if you want. Straighten your front right leg and move your hip creases back. Okay, so if you have super tight hamstrings, you can bring your hands to your front right quad. You can lift your chest. You can be here, more supported. Good. Awesome. Just like that. Fan through the right toes. Anything that's touching the ground, just get really steady. Fill into that. Wherever you are, open up through the collarbones and the chest. Use that space. Take the ribs forward. Option to fold. If you have low back pain, no folding. You're staying more upright. Great job, everybody. Crescent moon. Take your hands to your front right quad. Lift your chest. Push down on the right thigh. Super subtle twist over to the right. Come back through center. Spin your left heel in. Turn your chest left. Modified warrior 2. Open up the palms. Okay, we're starting to move in now to second chakra. Second chakra is your sacral chakra. So it's the fluid, creative energy that lives inside the pelvis, inside the hips. Take an inhale right here. Exhale, extended side angle. You could bring your right forearm to right leg. You could slide your right hand towards your right ankle. Option left hand straight up. Option left hand up and over. Okay, so you're broadening through the pelvis here. Sacral energy is all element water. So instead of holding this posture and its staticness, can you allow the posture to breathe? And that's the quality of water. Constantly fluid, constantly moving. The color is orange. Straighten your front right leg. Turn your right toes to face the left wall. Reach your palms up. Water bug stretch. Take your hands towards the earth. For low back pain, you'll stay lifted halfway. For others, drop the chest. Exactly. Yeah, Matt. Okay, now everybody let your right hip move back a little bit. Now soften your right hip all the way to the earth. Okay, so that softening energy is also like water. The no need to force, the ability to flow, that's all sacral chakra energy. So you can feel that. It's like this posture is breathing even when you refuse to. Nice work, everybody. Come on up. Option left hand to your block. Option of gate pose. Take your left hand towards the earth or your block. Reach your right hand towards the back of your space. And use a little bit of left glute strength to press the left hip point slightly forward. Then draw the middle of the neck back so you're finding a realignment of the spinal column as you lift both side bodies up. There's that energy of space, the quality of lightness. Okay, take your block with you, low lunge, front of your mat. High plank, step your right foot back. We're just taking one knee bend at a time for core work, so drop your right knee, your left knee, your right knee, your left knee. If you have low back pain, you can take your knees to the floor and hold. You don't have to move. Let's keep your sacrum steady instead. It's one knee bend, the other knee bend, one knee bend, the other knee bend. Last 8, last 6, last 4, 3, downward facing dog. So we have the awareness now of root, ruby red through the basin of the body. We have the beginning knowledge of sacral fluid energy through the whole bit of the hips. Everybody come to your knees, hands to hips. Use your side body stability, steadiness of the heart to take your left foot forward. Good job. Maybe next time, less elephant clawed, a little bit lighter. Reach your arms up. Half splits. Straighten your front left leg. Use the block for support. And nothing is going to change if you're not breathing. Okay, so every breath is fluid. It's this quality of creative energy, intuitive wisdom that you're just bringing in. And as you bring the wisdom in, you know how to adapt in the moment. So you can find little teeny tiny shifts of the body to clear energy to allow it to move all the way through you. Crescent moon, rebend your front left knee, sweep the palms up. If you'd like, they touch. Hands to your front left quad. Create traction down to feel the lift. Little teeny tiny twist left. Just feel the luxury of this. That's really what sacral energy is. It's just complete luxury. It's moving without forcing. Come on back to center. Turn your back right heel in. Turn your chest to the right. Modified warrior 2. So your front left knee is bent, exactly. And depending on hip mobility, there's an opportunity to just kind of lean into it a little bit without effort. Inhale. Extended side angle, slide along the front left leg that's bent. Right hand up or right hand over, you choose. Even your breath can be this fluid quality to it. It's moving in, it's moving around obstacles, it's bringing light within. Every single breath just nurtures you from the inside out. Okay, slowly straighten your front left leg, sweep your palms up. Rotate your left toes towards the right side wall. Water bug stretch. You can bring your hands down halfway or more. Start to slowly rise. Option to grab your block into your right hand. Gate pose. Right hand to earth or block with the left hand all the way up and over towards the back. Yeah, Jay. Just take notice of the whole spinal column. So from the root of the body all the way up to the top of the head, just this awareness is starting to move the energy through the main channels. You can lean back a bit and just kind of luxuriate in it. That's it, Carmina. Low lunge, front of your mat. Then either stay in knee bends, high plank, or mountain climbers. You're gonna go run, 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 run. So either those knee bends or a static hold, or you're pulling your knees to your chest because we're starting to fire up third chakra. Yeah, Nora, you're amazing. Last 16, 15, good, Dina. Everybody middle of neck up, top of head forward. Final counts right here, it's 8, 7, 6, last 4, 3, hop your feet all the way forward and through. Come onto your back. Grab your block. Okay, so third chakra, you all can lay down, grab your block. Third chakra is both above and below the navel. Everything underneath the dome of the diaphragm, everything above the hips, that's the energy of third chakra. Third chakra is all about purpose, power in action. It's all about you aligned with your most intentional journey. And we feel that in deep core activation. So grab your block, lift your feet off the floor, put your block at the front of your thighs, and you're holding this position, meaning that there's a little teeny tiny pocket of space under your low back that's not gonna move. Your sacrum is flat, your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle. Push your hands into the block. At the same time, pull your knees back to your chest, and you're holding right here, super solid, strong. So it's constant traction. The more you push into the block forward, the more you pull back with the knees to your chest. So it's deep core activation right here. Push harder forward, pull harder back with the knees. It's push and pull, it's push and pull. Try to get your arms straight without moving your legs at all. That's it. Last 8, last 7, last 6. Hold it there for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Good job, y'all. Okay, put the block on your right thigh only. Take your right hand to your block. Without changing the shape of your pelvis or the shape of your low back, extend your left leg forward to any degree. Notice if your shoulders rolling up and forward, can you let them soften down? Can you pull your ribs all the way to the floor? Super slowly, keep pushing your right hand into the block and pull your left knee in back to its starting point, back up to 90 degrees. 4 counts, it's out. 2, 3, 4, it's in. 2, option left arm same time, reach back. 2, 3, 4, come in. 2, we're staying super slow right here. Take it out. So the element of third chakra, take it in, is all about fire. So let's fan it. Inhale on the out. And exhale, squeeze the ribs in on the in. The color is yellow. Inhale out. Exhale in. Good, one more. Hold it right here, you guys. Left leg forward, left arm back. Keep pushing right hand in the block. Lift your head, your chest, your shoulder blade tips. Tiny curls to the ceiling, up to the ceiling, up to the ceiling, up to the ceiling. Right hand, push the block, push the block, push the block. That's it. Last 8, last 7, last 6, last 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. My God, you guys look miserable. Let's switch. Put the block on your left leg. That stays super slow. Send your right leg forward without moving your sacrum or your low back, and pull your right knee back into center. 4 counts, it's out. 2, 3, extend, and in. 2, 3, stiffen your side bodies, everybody. Out. 2, 3, 4, and in. Option right arm and opposition of the leg. Take it back. 2, 3, 4, and in. Keep it slower than you want it to go. Extend out. 2, 3, 4, and in. Keep pushing your left hand into the block with a lot of strength. Take it out and away. Pull the ribs down. Bring it in. Scoop up the low stomach band. Now you're taking this one to the out. Hold everything there. Lift your head, your chest, your neck, and go. Curl the ceiling, curl the ceiling, curl the ceiling. Yeah, Missy. Push the block. Push the block. Push the block. Push the block. Lift your left toes just up a little bit. This is it for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big stretch. That's third chakra. Wasn't that fun? That's the fire energy. Can you feel it in your body? It's around the whole navel. It's the solar plexus. Everything above the hips, below the diaphragm, that whole space should be ignited right now. And now you intentionally move your breath from the basin of your body through that third space. Down dog. You can put your block at the front of your mat. Okay, we'll be moving into the heart here in just a few moments. But first, feel into the base of the hips, so the root of the body. That's all about the steadiness. And then the central aspect of the hips, your creative fluid energy. And the deep fire that you've already cultivated through solar plexus. Okay, good. So for people that have low back pain, low back sensitivity, you'll be doing the same thing. You'll take your knees to the floor instead of kicking your right leg up. So low back pain, knees down. Everybody else, right leg high. Knee to nose if your right leg is lifted. Inhale, 3-leg dog kick. Everybody step the foot forward, whether it's from the knees or from the step through. Hey, that was nice and quiet. Good job. High crescent lunge. If you have low back pain, low back sensitivity, both knees bend. Good. Okay, so just start to feel. That's what the heart is. The heart is about feeling and not doing. Take your hands back behind your head. Turn the elbows in a little bit so the ribs can stay down. Then super slowly take your left knee towards the floor. Open up the front of the chest so you can kind of put the head back into the hands. And just let this whole front of heart open here. High crescent lunge, could be with a straighter back leg or a bent left knee. Airplane arms. Notice the surge of the heart forward. So as you fan open through the collarbones, you can feel that whole space start to ignite. Humble warrior, either hands to sacrum or forearms to low back or palm to palm. First, move the chest forward, the left heel backwards. Now spin your back left heel to the floor. Slide your right shoulder to your right inner thigh. Humble warrior. Yeah, and you'll just stay lifted. It's perfect, just like that. Use the back of the right glute to fan the right thigh open. The more you squeeze the glute, the more the hip pocket will open. Beautiful, Trina. Star pose. Nice job, y'all. Horse pose. Take your hands to your thighs. Feel free to hinge forward and just start to paw yourself. So push down one hand at a time. You can paw the quads. You can paw the hip creases. Just feel into the body there. The more you create traction down, the more the side bodies will ignite. Really good. Okay, stay bent in the legs, lift the chest. Take your hands behind your head. Instead of elbows open, ribs open, turn the elbows forward a little bit. Do you feel that space in the low back when you do that? Let's do it again. Open up the elbows, the low back cinches. Turn the elbows just slightly forward, there's space. Does that make sense? Take your right elbow towards your right thigh. Come back to center. Left elbow towards your left thigh. Come back to center. So you're just rocking side to side, up to center, to the left, and up to center. Okay, as you move through this, try less and just feel more. Beautiful, Amber. One more each side. Star pose, get big. Warrior two, spin your right toes forward. Reverse triangle, straighten your front right leg. Hug everything in first, lift up. Triangle pose, option right hand to brick, or right hand to right shin, or right hand to right quad. Now do your best, just like half splits, to kind of thread the right thigh bone back into the hip. Keep that energy. Now press the left thigh away. Okay, now can you bring your awareness back up to the heart? So you can feel it pulse. You can feel it beat. Reverse warrior, bend your front right knee. Lift your front arm up. High plank. Down dog. The color of heart chakra is green. It's emerald green. And it's the quality of unconditional love. Vast, expansive, unconditional love. For those that have low back pain, take your knees to the floor. Everybody else, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Everybody step through, whether it's from your knees or from your hands and feet. High crescent lunge. Low back pain, bend the back right knee. Good, good. Yeah, Shira. So just settle in, y'all. Front of the heart continues to open and curate and pulsate. Hands behind your head. Turn the elbows in a little bit. Notice how that allows the ribs to drop. Then start to slowly lower. Right knee towards the floor. Lean back. Open up. Yeah, bunny. Okay, so everybody can soften so much. Soften. No one needs you to be so strong and so fierce that we can't feel. High crescent lunge. Return. Airplane arms. Sweep the heart forward. Hands back. Try to bring the fingertips to touch so there's this massive opening at the front of the body. Then from here, choose your hand, arm variation, whatever you desire. Take the chest forward, heel back simultaneously. Spin your right heel, humble warrior, left shoulder, left inner thigh. Good, Shannon. Ha. Try that on. Yeah. Joss, it's like 2 hours of humble warrior. Star pose, come on up, y'all. Down to horse. Okay, this is all about feeling. It's all about feeling energy. This has nothing to do with your body or your muscles or anything else. Reach one hand forward, little twist, and pull the elbow back. Reach the other hand forward and pull it back. We're not doing anything. We're just feeling. You have the option to close the eyes if you want. Like even your fingertips soft. So everything is softening as you allow yourself just to go in a little bit. Yeah, sparkle dust, exactly. Beautiful, Diane. Start pose. Warrior two, spin your left toes, bend the knee. Reverse triangle. First, hug the midline in, lift it up, 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 up. As you hinge back, create the space, triangle pose. Extend forward, option left hand to brick. Reverse warrior. High plank. Down dog. Okay, we're going to flow with these four qualities alive inside of us. Steadiness of earth, creative fluidity of water, fire of direct alignment with purpose, and unconditional love. Low back pain, come to your knees. Everybody else, right leg high, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Everybody step forward. High crescent lunge, lift up. Take a back bend of your choice. High crescent lunge, lift up. Warrior two. Reverse triangle, straighten your front right leg. Exhale, triangle. We'll be here for one whole breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Reverse warrior, bend your knee. Take an inhale. Exhale to downward facing dog. So it's your discernment of flow. You can take any postures that you desire. Yeah, Jess. Low back pain, come to your knees. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, free leg dog kick. Everybody step through. High crescent lunge, lift up. Super fluid back bend. High crescent lunge with alignment and purpose. Warrior two, unconditional love. Reverse triangle, straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle. Stay for a breath in. And stay for a breath out. Reverse warrior, bend the knee, reach up. And make your way to downward facing dog. Yeah, it's beautiful, y'all. Everybody come down to your knees. You have an option to double or triple your mat if you have any knee pain at all, knee sensitivity at all. Okay, so we're moving up the body into throat chakra. So this is fifth chakra, it's throat chakra. The color is the most brilliant blue. Like when you look at the ocean all the way to the horizon and you can't tell where ocean and sky meet and not meet. It's like conjoined, it's that color blue, okay? Very brilliant color blue. And it's all about communication. So whether you talk all the time or whether it's so hard for you to initiate any sense of truth, we're going here into the throat for that purpose. Everybody is going to practice our baseline first, okay? Baseline, we're going to keep your sacrum, your low back as one unit the whole time. So take one hand to your stomach, take your other hand to your sacrum, which is that triangular joint at the back of the pelvis. Okay, baseline for every single human in this room, pull your shoulder heads back, pull the ribs down, draw the middle of your neck back. Keeping sacrum, low back in one unit, super slow, lift all the way up to standing on your knees without hinging the chest forward or back at all, without pushing your hips forward. You're maintaining neutral, okay? Shoulder heads back, middle of the neck back, ribs down. Then you'll super slowly come back, hips to heels. And you're maintaining this one solid unit as you lower. Let's do that together one more time. Keep the solid unit as you lift up. Keep the solid unit as you come down. Okay, so that's low back pain, low back sensitivity. Anybody that has too much mobility in the lumbar curve, that's where you are. For everybody else that wants to play a little bit more with upper thoracic spine mobility, hands behind your head. Okay, you'll pull your chin to your chest, elbows in, cat-like spine. Your shoulder blades rather broaden. Then from here, you're gonna lift up. So as you curl forward, lift all the way up. You're rolling through the spinal column. As you hit the top, open up your elbows about halfway, pull the head back, open up the throat. Then you're curling down from there. So everything comes in, chin towards your chest, you're rolling back down towards the thighs, okay? So you're going either one unit steadiness, or you're finding this undulation of the spine for more mobility. We're gonna take about 5 individual flows, so go really slow. You don't need to rush this at all. Beautiful, Gwen. Take 2 more undulations. Sarah Lynn, awesome, so good. And on this next one, stay on the up. Okay, so for those of you that have low back pain, low back sensitivity, you're going to stay like this, one solid unit, but you can start to lift the gaze if you'd like to open up the throat a little bit. Nothing is changing in the sacrum or the lumbar curve. For those of you that were rippling open, reach your hands up to the ceiling. And you can stay here or camel pose. Feel free to take your hands to the sacrum and root down to lift up. As you open up through the throat, feel the heart center lift brighter. If you'd like, you can reach back for the heels as well. If this is crunching your low back, none of it's serving you. So adapt the shape to feel the opening of the energy through the throat, and that can look like anything. Exactly, this is perfect. Is that okay, Carrie? Yeah. Just think lifting up more so than back. All right, y'all. Take your hips to your heels. We're moving into third eye center chakra. Okay, so this is on the frontal lobe of the brain, between the eyebrows, behind the eyelids, directly connecting to the pineal gland. Take your hands together. Little pocket of space between the palms, okay? Take your thumbs up to your third eye center, and just by the palpable touch of your fingers, start to zoom into that direct pinpoint of space, right where the thumbs touch the forehead. The color of third eye chakra is the richest indigo purple amethyst you could ever imagine. This is the space of our intuition. Counter to what we're culturally conditioned to always think and believe, our intuition is even deeper than that. It's the source of divine spark. It's our connection to nature. That's all here. The quality of the space is air. So as you zoom into this pinpoint place of the body, can you expand your consciousness outside the body, outside this room, outside Tennyson Street, outside the neighborhood, and outside the state? To further balance and activate third eye center, child's pose, and you're taking your block to put your forehead on top of it. For those with low back pain, you can take your elbows to the earth, block on its highest setting. Your deepest intuition desires stillness. So as we come into our awareness of each individual chakra, the idea is to begin to balance and harmonize all of them so we can allow the energy to move from root all the way up Sushumna, all the way up the main energy channel, all the way up and out through the top of the head. And it's this possible rise of energy that can bring so much inner awareness, expansion of consciousness, deep desire. Downward facing dog. We'll move on to crown chakra. The color of crown chakra is the combination of all color. It's like crystalline quartz containing the rainbow within. Lift your heels up, step forward, top of the mat. For low back pain, bend your knees so much. Halfway lift. If you have low back pain, take your elbows or your palms to your thighs and lift your chest. Forward fold for low back pain, just let your head drop, stay here. Mountain pose, come on all the way up. So we're taking our first mountain pose of class. As you stand tall, take your hands down by your sides, turn your palms forward. Okay, so it's an opportunity to really embody the awareness that we are so much more than just our bodies. We all have this kindred energy inside us. The more that we can do to open up these channels, the more it can fluidly flow, the more we can be completely aligned with nature. And that's stepping into our highest potential just by feeling, honoring, and knowing. And that's here. That's this embodiment of posture. Mountain pose, reach all the way up. Forward fold, bend your knees a lot if you have low back pain. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose, this is it. This is the flow. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Keep going on your own. Imagine that your spine is the direct channel for deep connectedness. When you're tired of flowing, you can come to your knees. Okay, we have the opportunity to shift the whole energy scale upside down, and I'll provide an option for headstand. I typically don't teach headstand because of the chronic forward head posture that is the need of the time in our society right now, from working all day, driving, taking care of little tiny humans that demand everything from us. This shape is what's so common in this world. If we were to be into this shape and we were to put our body weight on top of it, it can be very dangerous for your cervical spine, okay? If you choose to take headstand today, we're going to make sure that we're finding home base. So instead of chin forward and that little mound at the base of the cervical spine, it'll be coming from a place of elongating. Then headstand takes deep core stability, which you've all created today. Hamstring mobility. So if you have open hamstrings, it's easier to just get your hips up on top of your shoulders. Then we can start to play with getting upside down. So it's basically taking this column of energy that we've tuned into from root to crown, and we're just turning it upside down. So all that energy that we've brought up here into our expansive ether, we just re-anchor it back down potentially. If you want to take forearm stand, rather headstand, we'll do it from a triangular shape of your forearms on the ground, and your hands will come behind the back of the skull. Big cervical spine awareness, and then we can go from there. Okay, so the basket of my hands is going to hold my little bun, and then I'll start to lift my hips up to the ceiling. So if you don't have hamstring space, you can bend your knees and move your hips back that way. Then from here, I'm going to push my elbows down as much as I can and start to find the balance point of lifting one leg up at a time. Once I find that, I can drive through the lifted leg, pull my ribs back in and down, and they start to play with both feet off the floor. Try not to create that arch in your low back. You actually want to move the hips back and the ribs in. Can you see the difference? Yeah? Tell me, because I'm upset, Ed. Okay, so instead of this shape, you want hips back, ribs in shape. Does that make sense? Okay, let's give it a try if you'd like. And if you don't want to do headstand, you can come onto your back. You could take handstand. You could take child's pose. I love that one finger assist, Shahada. That's good. Yeah, Joss, you got it. Good. Nice and slow, Megan. So think more deep wisdom rather than productivity and success. Really nice, y'all. Go slow. Be really gentle. This is about a space of self-love and awareness. It's not about getting and sticking this posture. Slower. Nice and slow, Glenn. Push down in your forearms. That's it. That's the place. Yeah, sparkle dust. Jay, beautiful. Missy, got it, girl. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Yeah, Azzy. Trust yourself. Forearms root, ribs pull in. I know, baby. Go slow, hand. You can even possibly hand, instead of elbows out so wide, bring them in just a skosh. Yeah, good hips back. Sparkle dust, that's really good. Nice and slow, Dana. Beautiful, baby. You got it. Okay, when you're tired of that, lay on your back. Let's just take full honoring of the whole energy system. So feel into the root of your body where the ruby red earth energy is present. And feel into the basin, the bowl, the pelvis, where the creative, fluid, bright orange water energy exists, into solar plexus, and there is a burning fire that is created to align you directly, specifically with your purpose. That fire is bright and it's yellow and it's bold. Then up into heart space. The emerald green is vast, unconditional love. And it's fanned with the wings of the heart, which are the lungs and the side bodies. Up into throat space, where clarity of communication, really deeply integrated intentional words, that's where it comes from. It's not just speaking your truth, it's understanding the impact of it. And third eye center space, pineal gland behind the eyelids, forehead. This is the most brilliant indigo amethyst. And this is where our intuition lives, the knowingness beyond the mind. And also top of head, crown chakra. This is ether energy, it's interstellar space, it's stardust, it's expansive, it's limitless. I'm holding space for you, so allow these next few moments to be anything you desire. Please know that you can always stay if you desire. Otherwise, start to feel into the body from your fingers and your toes, your back, your front, your sides, all the spaces in between. And roll right or left, just follow your intuition and come into the supported fetal position. Come on up to your seat. Feel free to grab your block if you'd like. Find home with the hips firmly anchored and rooted. Your fluidity, your creativity thriving inside the body. Alignment of purpose. Vast unconditional love. Harmony in communication. Seed of intuition. And all the way up into interstellar space. Our highest good, our most evolved, progressive selves. We'll chant Om together. Feel free to take your hands to your heart center. Burst a breath together. Exhale out through the mouth. Fill up the whole body with brand new breath. Full exhale out. Breathe in to prepare. Lift your thumbs up to your third eye center. Move back through your deeper awareness of the body from root to crown. With this vibrant awareness, we honor the land from which these teachings came, the Nile River Basin, Kemet, Egypt, how that expanded into the Indian subcontinent, how yoga was then colonized, appropriated, commercialized, so that we are here to enjoy it every moment, every breath. Bow forward in honor of our place within this, to honor the energy that's within and the energy that's without. Namaste. I feel so content. How do you feel? So good. Love to hear feedback if anybody is willing to share, whether we want to honor or acknowledge it or not. We're so much more than just our physical body. We are complete waves of energy. The more that we can experience that, the more that we can get really steady in that and operate from that space. Okay, guys, happy Sunday. I'll see you soon. Thank you.